Do you see the pattern of all the people that's actually coming out and speaking the truth? My husband's had to be Scorpio in what, the third house? I
Let
believe?
me know if y'all can hear.
Is it Scorpio third house?
Let
No, Scorpio something
me
else.
get
It's
my.
not Scorpio third house because his south node is Taurus. Ninth house. Oh no, I think it's Scorpio third house. I think so. So anyway, long story short, um, love is having compassion, right? Love is empathy. Love is a plethora of things. Love is an action. Well, we just went around. Well, we just went into love yesterday and what it is. And I wouldn't be loving
Hey,
myself
Lady
if I just
CG.
kept myself
Hey, everybody.
quiet
I'm
or
gonna let
kept
her talk
myself
a little bit, and then
shut closed and
I'll
all this other things.
I'll say
And
something.
let me go ahead and put you as a monitor so you can
Hey,
keep these people out.
Sunday.
Divine. There you go.
Missy, Will. Oh my
and
God,
it, and
Will,
it
I ain't
makes me
seen you in a
feel,
while.
and I'm always, y'all know I'm always going to be the one to speak up because I'm really real. I don't just sit here and talk shit about things. No, I don't. That's not what I am. That's not how I move. I talk the truth. I'm very honest. Okay? So my thing is, let's see, feminine energy is dark and black, pink the womb. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, that's
So
great. All right, y'all. Let me get straight. Well, when I started listening to Janae, she was upset at the live that I'm waiting for it to upload now. She was upset with the conversation that Solar, who she calls her husband, was having with Rambo and Serenity, which we're going to play in just a minute. Yeah, for real. When was this live? Oh, it's all happening now. So let me break it down a little bit. Solar went into Rambo and Serenity's live. They did a live together, and you know, Serenity and Rambo left the cult what 2 years ago. Serenity, I'm just going to be honest. Whoever don't like it, don't like it. I cannot be holding myself back. I just got to speak. Serenity has always been in love with Nature Boy. Okay. She almost went back after one of the several times Velvet has left. The last time it seemed like Rambo had put his foot down with her and told her, listen, you're not going back over there with my son. Good, Missy. Thank you, Simply Anna. Thank you for everybody that's in here. So Rambo puts his foot down, says, no, we're done with this. We're not in this cult anymore. But we all knew in the back of our minds, Serenity has always had deep feelings for Nature Boy. Why, we don't know. We can't understand. Some of it I understand that it's a cult thing. I've seen people like her before that have left cults still defend the cult that they're not in anymore. Some of it it's ignorant. It's just stupid. What are you doing? You almost died over there, Serenity. Okay. So Solar goes live with Rambo and Serenity, and he starts to bring up the child again. Yes, lady Shakira. She has always been pushing 3. Thank you, Anne. And I'm thinking, which I think the video is almost uploaded. I'm thinking maybe they're going to have a real conversation about what happened, which we know what happened with Serenity and Rambo while they were over there. When Solar come on, he started to talk about his baby again, which, and I'm sorry if this pisses anybody off. I know a lot of people think Solar is just living his truth, and he may be, but damn it, I feel like he is dragging out this baby story, and I get the sensitivity of the story. Sorry if I'm not looking at my screen right now. I don't want to lose my thoughts. I get the sensitivity of his story. Let me get a drink. But damn it, boy, what's it been? A week, 2 weeks? And he will act like he is going to talk about what happened to his child, the child that he would have had with Zoka. And every damn time he gets off talking about his Scorpio and North Node to the east, to the west side, pushing 3. If I can't explain to you enough how sick I am of astrology, and I'm someone who believes in astrology, if I hear about this boy's Scorpio rising North Node again, I'm just going to implode. That's why I take these breaks from talking about this cult, even with the ex-members, because we've seen this time and time again, damn it. Whew, they leave, they act like they're going to talk, and maybe it's just my selfishness. I want them to speak up, speak out against the evil that's been done to them. Yeah, maybe it's something with me. Hell, I don't know. I'll be real. But damn it, it bothers me. Tell us what happened. And if you ain't, don't pretend like you're going to. And then you're in this live with Serenity and Rambo, and we all know Serenity still loves Nature Boy, is very cautious of her words and the way she speaks against him. She rarely does. And Rambo, he rarely does too. So they're doing this live together, which I think it's finally uploaded, and we're going to watch. Because I wasn't about to upload this video and not give my thoughts. Now, before I do that, I'm going to look at some of your all's questions. They speak in circles, and the people fall for it every time. Yes, Danielle Webb, every time. And I won't lie, I have been one of those that have fell for it before. In my early days. Even up until recently, I get so happy to see people leave a cult. I don't know what's wrong. I hate seeing people being abused. And when they're in a cult, you know they're being abused. We saw it online every day, how horribly they were treated. So when they leave, we're just ready for them to get it off their chest. But every time, it's like they take a step forward and 80 back, and it's frustrating as hell. Now, give me just a second, and I'm going to pull this up because it's finally uploaded. God almighty. Just talk already. Oh, it's still processing. Imagine that. That's okay. I'm going to look at some of your all's. Thank you, Simply Anna. Let me pin that. He was talking about those members. Yes, exactly. She is still writing. She always has. Musa said the truth. You know what, lady? I have not seen Musa's yet. I saw that a few people had recorded it, but I hadn't had a time to look at it. Oh yeah, well, Simply Anna, she ain't done. She's just, she's just taking a little break, like we all have to do sometimes, because that's right, Missy. You got to take a break from this stuff. He's holding back because they all are users in a way. Yeah, okay, Mega Butterfly, or sorry, Mima Butterfly. Yes, and I'm sorry. It's going to piss people off, and I'll get it in the comments later. Oh, well, you can't please them all, but you can piss them all off. Don't worry about that. Yeah, me and someone else talked about this. He is dragging this story out, and it's almost like he's doing it. And I hate to say it, but it's almost like he's doing it for money. With the Cash App pinned at the bottom of the screen every time. It's hey, C. Wilson. If he has already told his story to the proper authorities, then I completely understand. Do not speak. Don't talk to us. Get it, got it, good. But I don't think that's what's happened. I think I'm sorry. I know this is going to irritate some. I think he's dragging this out. I really do. And I get it's a personal story. This was your child, but you keep bringing it up, Solar. You keep bringing the story up and act like we're crazy for wanting to know what the hell happened. We're invested at this point. I'm not going to lie about it. What the hell happened? Let me see if it's uploaded yet. It's ready to be watched. Okay, y'all. Give me a second. I'm going to pull this up. All right. I'm almost there, y'all. Here's Cardi. All right. Here we are. And I'm going to pause it where I want to give my input. Here we go. Let me know. Let me know if y'all can hear it or if there's an echo, and I will be sure to mute my mic.
And I'm sitting with secrets, and I'm living with things that I witnessed happen with my own. Vibe from y'all. Y'all ain't those type of people. Y'all gotta understand that too. She taught me astrology, yo. Rambo, I shared a tent with Rambo. Yeah. And talked with this man all night about our dreams and visions. These are beautiful people. I have nothing against them. Yet again, my name is Love. I only want to say that there are situations and things to where you take responsibility, but there are other situations where you hold people accountable for what they did. And that right there may be a part of your spiritual journey. And for me, that is a major part of my spiritual journey, is actually speaking about the darkest things no one wants to talk about. I'm a Scorpio 5th house North Node, Scorpio 5th house Pluto, Scorpio 5th house Vertex.
You see, I'm already about to scream. I'm about ready to throw my damn phone. He brings up the child and then starts talking about his Scorpio North Node vortex. Like, what the hell is going on? Boy, if you don't get to it, anyone know where Caliber is? That's a good question. It seems like I saw him somewhere. Hey, Candace S. All right, here we go. Let me mute.
I have a Leo fortune. My moon is cusping Leo. My Mars is cusping Leo. Me and Eligio have Cancer moon, first house, 27 degrees. We have the same exact moon. I understand him and I love him. At the end of the day, I love him. I love that whole family. Y'all get all that hate out of the room. Y'all get anything that would separate us or put a blockage in between us. Y'all go ahead and get rid of that. Yeah. At the end of the day, from my perspective, I know that I have to add.
Oh my God, y'all, I got to ask you a question because I was not there from the very beginning of this live. What was everybody in the comments? If any of y'all were there, hey, Blanca, hey, Living Life with Danny. Exactly. The way they use astrology to justify BS is ridiculous, and that's all it is. What was going on? Because people in the comments, I noticed, was going in on Serenity for laughing about the baby. If y'all know, please let me know. Hey, Fundi, glad you're here. If y'all know what that was about, because I missed it, let me know. Because it gets brought up here in a minute, too, when he's done talking about his Scorpio, vortex, dippity-doo, all the live long days. Yep.
The sender to fulfill and to complete. I don't want to take away. I just want to build. And y'all knock it off if you don't like it. But I think that it's also important for your spiritual journey to hold people accountable for what they do. It's not your job to punish them.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Can I say something? Could I say something now?
Oh,
okay.
Definitely.
First and foremost, everyone, before I speak with you, Solar, and answer the question that you asked us, that was a great question. First and foremost, everybody in the room, I see your comments, and I was not laughing at Solar. I was laughing at the people in the comments, like, can she please shut up because she's talking too much? Because in the beginning of the live, we were talking about that. So I was like, yeah, shit, I was talking too much. Yeah, I interrupted. So
I didn't even see that. I don't know that. Yeah.
Can y'all please forgive me that, I'm still working on that and I'm still finding my voice. Can you please forgive me? And if you can't, that's okay. But I think
can we act like we're not all messed up in some way, please?
Yeah. So going back to the question that I think you were asking about the child, right? And Solar, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. But whatever hurt or pain that you have in regards to that unborn child or that child that was born and did not make it through, I send you love and peace and light to that. And you handle it however you want to handle it. That's not for me to say how you choose to handle what happened with your child. Now, going back to Zen, this is where it comes down to accountability. For me, the reason why
So I don't know what happened before I started watching, but it sounds like something she was laughing or giggling about, which I hope to God. I know Serenity's got issues, but hopefully to God she wasn't laughing about the baby, but I don't know. Hopefully somebody got it. Maybe Simply Anna did. Somebody got it and I can watch it from the beginning because people were ripping her apart. Okay, here we go.
I made that choice was not because of shit that was going on in Confronting. It was because I became a parent. And when I realized that I did not believe in a lot of things that were going on, like I believe in 80%, right, of what was going on. But when I had a child, that's when I realized that I was not in alignment with y'all anymore because I became a mother. So I could have stayed. Because y'all, I was dedicated. I could have stayed. But because when I got pregnant and had that child and I saw how everybody was treating me, and I saw that was not an environment to raise children, regardless if I was dedicated to y'all, I made the choice to leave. I made the choice to leave because you know why? Because I didn't want that blood on my hands. I knew if I would have stayed and with the energy that I was holding, I knew that something was going to happen. And
So you all just heard that. And I'd like to hear from you all in the comments what you think about what you just heard. She's talking about she had a child and she chose to leave because she had a child. She didn't want that blood on her hands. Let's remember that. Now, it has been said, and we know, lots, I believe, allegedly, let me say allegedly for safety purposes because people are crazy. There has been lots and lots of abortions that have gone on over at carbonation. So the way she says that, she didn't want that, but it sounds like she's talking about the blood of her own child on her hands. Yeah. Fundi, I know you know because you were definitely covering this back when Serenity and Rambo were there. So you know a lot more than I do. But something about the way she said that, just, did she know if she didn't leave, something would happen to her baby because she has seen it happen before? Yes, she did. Yep. Okay, here we go.
You saw me, I was like 80 pounds. And I knew something was going to happen. But I was not about to sit around and wait. Because at the end of the day, I can't blame that your boy. It was my fault that I stayed, but because I left.
Yeah, I was there with you. I ain't seen him do nothing to you. I ain't seen her do nothing to you. I don't know that.
Exactly, Esdrick. Where'd that go? It definitely sounds like she did not expect her child to live if she stayed, exactly, because she knew what had already happened before. And like, she was down to 80 pounds. I remember going back and watching the videos, uh, looking at Serenity, and she was on death's door, pregnant. Something is wrong with that statement.
I never heard you say that. Zen is healthy and beautiful. I mean, and you left, and when y'all left for your own reasons. I can't even speak for everybody, but y'all.
I'm telling you,
that's good to hear.
Based on your question, what you said, that's
different.
why I left. And I
major difference.
If I would have stayed, who knows?
He fuck you up. That's the major difference.
Yeah.
That's the major difference.
Yeah,
it's nothing against y'all. It's guys, please don't direct this energy towards them. I love them. Don't get it twisted at all. Don't even try to twist it up. Yeah. We're good. Like, I have no problems with them. They're living their life doing what they're doing. I'm living my life doing what I'm doing. We have a great past. I have never had a problem with these people. At all. So stop making it about that, number one. And then the energy that I have is because I am definitely withholding a lot of information, and it's eating me up. Yeah. And I could just imagine what it'd be like if I didn't speak on it. I've already dealt with it intellectually. I've already dealt with it spiritually. That's why my name is Love, and the whole Love campaign comes from. He didn't fuck you up physically. He didn't literally do things to you.
Because
he didn't do things to you in secret. You know what I'm saying? Because you.
Okay, a couple of things right there. Y'all heard that. He didn't fuck you up. He didn't do things to you in secret. Now, Serenity says because she left, but I don't believe that. I believe that Nature Boy was just as evil to Serenity. I think he was more evil to her. But she suffered abuse at his hands as well before she left. But it's also, I noticed Solar, when he says that, there is like this anger in him. There's, you didn't suffer. It's almost like he's saying, you didn't suffer like I did. And I feel like sometimes I feel like he wants to speak. Sometimes I feel like, damn it, he's dragging this out. And I definitely felt like Serenity and Rambo were trying to deter him from speaking. They did not want him to talk, because Serenity. Nope, you ain't going to talk about Baba G like that. Not around her. And Rambo is just very Rambo.
Right.
Yeah.
You holding Zen made the choice to leave. Mm-hmm. I'm in a different position than what she was in. That we weren't. The carbonation wasn't even on the vibe we've been on lately when they were there. Like, this shit went. Yeah. Like I told them, I take full accountability for my complete levels of self-doubt. I take complete accountability for choosing to make this my role model. And then after seeing what I'm seeing, doubting my own heart, doubting my own past, my own mind, and trusting this person instead. And so, yeah, I was very lame. I was very much beta in that state. Definitely, very much so. As a Leo North node, I had to level up that frequency. Yeah. I could not stay like that forever. It didn't resonate with my heart. As I start to stand up, as people start to step into their power, different. When y'all left, it was still beautiful after that. We were still doing great stuff. I was going to be chief one day. I was going to be this one day. There's all these.
Now, I got to ask, does Solar believe that he was really going to be chief one day? Look, two narcissists cannot coexist with one another. If he thought that Nature Boy was going to give him the keys to the imaginary kingdom, he really was delusional. Nature Boy ran that shit. That was it. No one else. I find it an interesting comment that he uses right there. He really thought that he was going to. Now, listen, we all know there's no real chief over there, wherever there is, wherever they were at the time. But in his mind, he seemed to think he was going to get some type of one up on Nature Boy? It's like he still doesn't understand.
Dreams, that we're living in. And the lifestyle over the years didn't pan out to be that. And Rambo, the life that you're living ended up to be the life of how we're all supposed to be doing things.
Go ahead.
He actually even went back to say that you were right about the stuff you argued with him on and left. You did something similar to me, actually. You did leave respectfully because you stood on the knowledge that you knew was true. And you left on that.
Yeah.
And then you began to live your life with your. So you're actually. I hate that you're light skinned. You're actually an example of probably what I should have done. you and fucking Mente. But at the end of the day, I went through what I went through for a reason. And I dealt with this for the past hours. Am I a bad person for telling the truth?
Yeah.
Not even my perspective. It's like we've lied to the world. Y'all don't even know what we've lied about. We've lied to y'all. I'm not even about to go into that. I can't, because if I go into it, I might as well just go put my business suit on.
Young man, we knew. I know that you think that you lied to us and hid things. We watched the show play out. Now, we don't know every little single evil thing that went on over there, but from what we've seen, we can piece it together really well.
And walk into the court, because this is real shit. I can't just come on the live right here and just tell you everything. So I have to play this little metaphorical game. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put him in there. I know we're all spiritually aware enough to know that ain't even the motive. It's all love over here, and don't make this about competition. Nobody's comparing anything. Everybody's going through something completely different. I'm not the first person something like this has happened to. There's other people going through what you're going through too. Commend the people who actually share their perspective. I know that I have to tell the truth because I can't live with this. I can't live with what I know. And it's not that I feel guilty. It's the fact that nobody else is ever going to be real honest. And he's playing a game with the world. He's an evil man. And I'm going to hold him accountable for that. Because I'm a righteous man. I have to alchemize that. I'm a dragon. He's a dragon. If anybody's going to alchemize him, it's me. Cancer Moon.
The hello fart. The other day it was his lightning bolt. Now he's going to alchemize him and put him in the 7 circle. Whatever you got to do, Solar, just damn it, do it. If you can't talk to us and you need to talk to the authorities, just go do it. But please get out of make-believe world where you think that you're some Power Ranger. I expect to see him swatting a stupid lightsaber around next time he goes live. Damn it, if they don't get into it or not.
First house, 27 degrees. Draconic astrology in the North Node is based on the moon. I'm the only person who can alchemize his energy. I have to do it. No one else is going to do it. My inbox is full of messages from ex-carbonation members, ex-people this, ex-people who used to talk to him, people who aren't sure. They're all asking me. They're all wondering, bro, we feel your heart. We know you're telling the truth. We know it's something up. I never resonated with it. Please, thank you for doing this. I couldn't do it. I didn't have the strength to do it. Thank you for doing it, bro. Thanks. We did see it. We did know that. You're confirmed. I want the people to know that they weren't wrong. The people have been completely right. We lied. We fucking lied. And the moment you get online and you start trying to talk about me and my wife because we're in love and you want to curse our love, good luck.
All right, let me ask you something, because we're talking about evil. So I think that there's something more that's even worse than evil, because for me, Nature Boy is apparent evil, but I think that the people that get sucked into his world are people that aren't aware of the evil that they're capable of, and that is worse. That's worse because they think that they're good people.
Yeah.
They think they're good people, right? So you ask yourself, how the fuck do people kill each other? How the fuck did the Nazis and all these concentration camps? These are regular people, right? So what Carbonation showed me and Nature Boy showed me is that it's worse to think that you're good and to not recognize your demons and to just be fucking evil, bro. It's so much worse because you operate under the guise that everything that you do is okay, that you're good, and you go along with.
Here's the thing with that, though, Rambo. I think Nature Boy knew and knows he was evil. I believe he always knew that. And what made him dangerous to me is that so many of you didn't know how dangerous he was, which made him more dangerous. No, I don't think Nature Boy ever thought he was doing anything good. I really don't.
With things for the sake of going along. So it's like I do recognize that he has his shadows, but I also look at the people who went there who did shit that they in a perfect environment they would never do, but under certain circumstances we're all capable of it. We're all capable of doing shit that we would never do in other circumstances, you know. So that's why like that situation is so mind-boggling, because it shines light on that aspect of humanity, you know. And so yeah, when you say evil, I'm wondering where that fits into the equation,
So
and how that relates to your own shadows.
Yeah, so remove the word evil and replace it with antichrist, because now instead of making it a force, you can give it a title, you can give it a purpose, a role.
Warning, warning. We get into a bunch of semantics right here, and just going to let y'all know, please stick with me. We'll get into it.
In your life. Now, we've all been an antichrist to different people in our times, and I say antichrist specifically. Antichrist is anything that separates you from the source that you are, makes you think that you need something else when you don't. Mm-hmm. It's you. So that was a problem. It wasn't like that forever. You know the knowledge we taught. We know what's real. We know what's really real. We understand the laws of the universe. So why is it that towards the end of the years, this is when I started arguing with him the most. This is where a lot of violence occurred the most. This is that area. You know, why is it that I have to renounce that I'm God and say that you're the only one God of this, and we're all living in your body, and we must worship you and praise you in this lifetime to achieve heaven? Why are you telling me that? I don't believe that. I don't agree with that.
That wasn't the knowledge. That was never the knowledge.
No, I've been arguing with him for hours, and this has been months. I've been arguing with him with this. I'm not agreeing to doing that. I never agreed to it, and I never did it. I get chastised. I get yelled at. I get defamed in the tribe gladly for standing.
Okay, let me stop for a minute. Here's what bothers me so much with Solar right now, especially right now in this moment. He is more upset with Nature Boy about, it's like Esdrick just said, it's this God complex that he himself has. And he is more upset with Nature Boy and argued more with Nature Boy about who's God rather than what happened to his child. And this is bothering me. And then he's doing lives, and you think that he's going to get into it. You think he's going to start talking about it. And then he gets back into that bullshit of, the only time me and Chief really argued is when he told me I wasn't God and I told him I was God. Solar, there are more pressing issues here than your ego, because that's all I'm hearing coming from you right now is your ego. That child deserves way more than your ego, boy.
For standing on that, and I get called retarded and crazy and gaslighted and demons, all of course, and I'm staying there because just like you said, Rambo, I'm the guy you're talking about. But my superpower was loyalty, loyal to a fault. I've seen so much happen and felt so insecure within myself, so I felt like, damn, I need to catch up. This is a man. This is a real man. I need to get my pants strong. Let me get myself right. Oh, wow, okay, man. I don't really have a father figure like that. This is how it's supposed to be? Yeah, that's my OG. Yeah. And we got the top knowledge in the world. Yeah. Knowledge was all correct. Lifestyle was all wrong. Moral code, all wrong. You got to be careful with his MODs because there's a lot of gray area to that. They're not being authentic because we're lying to the world while singing MODs.
Why do you think that is, though? Well, like,
because
look, I observed this
over,
phenomenon, right? Like at Carbonation, there was most of the people that went, they went through this kind of like metamorphosis of like becoming just people who repeated and went along with things, and it was like almost universal, right? Like, so when I hear people leave and then they start talking, I was like, bro, when I brought that shit up, you was like mad at me, and I was bringing the shit up to him, and you was like, how dare Rambo say that? He's dishonorable. And then they leave, and then they say the same shit, and I'm like, what? So you were in alignment to what I was saying.
Oh my God. Of course, Rambo. They're in a cult. Of course, they're going to disagree once you leave the cult. They're going to call you a Judas, a betrayer, or what's Nature Boy called it? You betrayed me. This idiot. So, of course, they're not going to agree with you. And, I mean, come on. They're still stuck in that mindset. And I feel like you and Serenity still are too, especially your girl right there, Serenity. Dang, something's wrong with her.
But why were you acting as if you weren't? Like, so it's just this weird thing that happens that people suppress their expression, but then when they leave, they become like the true self comes out, their true thoughts, their true, and it's like, why is that happening? Why is that phenomenon? Like, that's why I'm just like, his energy is so strong that people can't like escape the gravitational pull of his influence.
So what it is, and you definitely said it.
Y'all peep that? I think Rambo was throwing a little slick shade to Serenity over there. Can't escape the gravitational pull of his influence. And we all know that Serenity has not let go of Nature Boy and his false teachings. I wish he would just turn his head and look directly at her and say, you is who I'm talking about.
There's so many terms and titles that's been used throughout the ages for this type of phenomenon. This isn't the first time something like this is
right.
All the time, there's powerful beings known as archons that can take energy from other beings, use it and manipulate it. And that's fine. I gave Chief my energy. I said, here is my life. I'm letting everything go. I don't care. Take the money, take all. I don't care what you got. Have anything, whatever you want. Here. I'm a disciple. Teach me that. Teach me what you know, because you know something I don't. I gotta change. I'm over here putting job applications. Something's different with how you're living. How I'm living. I gotta know. I gave everything up. Yeah, definitely.
I just thought of something, y'all. I wonder if Solar is trying to go over there and live with Serenity and Rambo. They still have this, which there's nothing wrong with this. They want to create their own community, but they say that they're having a hard time with it. I could see Solar and Janae going over there with them. Y'all let me know what you think.
This is another issue. There's two parts to it. There's not doing your due diligence, not really doing thorough research before moving your life and moving your being into a whole other country, and living with a whole other person. Like, doing your due diligence, number one, on the person and where you're at.
Yeah.
But guess what? I didn't do that. A lot of people don't do that. Number two, why is it, if you moved in with me and you did do your due diligence, and then I flipped the script on you when you came in, at the same time, you might be a little confused. I want to not only have people take responsibility, but I want people to acknowledge toxic situations. I want people to acknowledge toxic environments so that they'll know to get out of that. Everybody's not going to be able to just jump into this because we have blockages in different areas. Mine was self-doubt, major insecurities, major self-doubt. Like, that was it. That's all I really had. Everything else I'm like pretty much cool with. I was depressed. I used to never talk. I was silent, bro. I used to not talk at all, ever.
When you came in, you were very confident. I remember when y'all came, y'all was like mad at us, like, oh, you guys don't know shit.
Yeah, I'm like, y'all just made this song, fuck y'all on, but y'all know what to do. What the hell? What's going on? Y'all know the knowledge.
Hey, y'all. Let me. So this is what I want to point out. Girl Boss, you want me to open it? Girl Boss said, and this is what I want to get to.
Yeah.
I can't wait for someone to be honest and tell the real. Solar acting like he being honest, but he is not. He's only trying to win the masses over. I'm trying to hold on, it's moving. I'm not convinced this is all spiritual conjuring. Okay, so the reason why I did this live is because I continue to see the pattern of where some people leave and then they decide, I want to expose, I want to tell the truth. Well, for what? Because just like Ketzel said, if you couldn't do it there and just address everyone, coming out isn't going to make a difference because people, and
you see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about with Serenity? Damn it. She is doing everything when she does talk to stop him from talking. She does not want anyone speaking against Nature Boy. Damn it. And then she just said something so weird. Now, she knows she was in a cult. She says, if you couldn't do it there, then why do it now? Well, Serenity, you can't really speak up in a cult, especially one like you, any of them. They're all abusive. You can't speak up. What are you talking about? And why talk about it now? There's a lot of reasons he should talk about it now. He may, well, Nature Boy's gone for a while, but who knows who else his story may help. Who knows? Maybe it's something beneficial for him to get off his chest. Clearly it's bothering him. He's ready to use that lightning bolt.
I know that you're telling the truth, Solar, but these people, because they never been, and they're only going off of what this video said and that video says, and they're going off their perspective, your honesty and truth, they won't ever be able to see. They don't, it's like they feel like it is something more, like we're hiding something from them.
Yeah,
so when
the truth's not enough.
The truth's not enough. Like,
so there's two parts.
Because you all water it down. It's nothing. Y'all come out, you tell your story. Then I see you on a live with him. And then some are back over proclaiming the kingdom, talking about Europe. I love my kelf. I mean, come on. Don't play in our faces, Serenity. You truly don't want anyone talking about your Nature Boy. You are still in love with him. Rambo, can you not see this? Or like someone said earlier, Rambo's probably just staying for his son. I don't know, but it's a good possibility. And someone else said, I like what they said. I feel like Solar is playing the long game, and he very well could be. You don't know what to, and like Simply Anna said the other night, with cult members, ex-cult members, they are so wishy-washy. You do not take their word for anything. Serenity and Rambo have been out of the cult for 2 years, and you see Serenity is still very careful, walking on eggshells on what she says.
Yeah, that's easy.
You know what I mean? So that's why when I see people moving in the way that you guys are moving, I'm just like, but you already seen what happens to people that do that. You say it, people are supporting you, they're that, and then after you said the truth, then people are moving on to the next one, the next person that came in, the next chapter. So the intentions of this video was for Tetzel and I, that once you get the truth out, once you expose, eventually these people that are supporting you and uplifting you, they're going to disappear. They're going to disappear. They're not going to be here. And they're not going to give a fuck. They're going to be looking for the next thing. And so then you have to be faced with yourself. And that's what Ketzel and I realized. It was never Chief as to why our relationship wasn't working, as to why we were holding on to the demons and insecurities within ourselves, because we didn't have nobody to blame but ourselves. And he just showed us that. Now, for some of you, you had to go through some fucked up shit to really see yourself. Like, I'm not going to take away your story. I'm not going to take away what happened.
Serenity, what is all this stupid talk? I'm tired of, because people don't want to look at themselves. So what, you got to join a cult to look at yourself? Is that you got to bow down and worship a maniac to look at yourself? You don't make any sense. And don't, another thing, Serenity's acting like she didn't go through anything over there. I don't know why she's acting like that. I mean, she has come out and told her story before. And Lord.
Happen. But sometimes, because of the soul contract you had in this lifetime, you have to go through certain things to see yourself and to remember who you are. Maybe you had to go through that situation because you forgot who you are. Maybe I didn't have to go through that circumstance, but I still was on the same path as you, just a different experience. So what
is she talking about? You all, it's almost like they have, I don't know, like they're embarrassed to admit that they were abused. When we saw it online on camera, they've come out, they've talked about it. Some have wrote books about it, poorly written books, but nevertheless a book. I don't get why she is trying to downplay what she went through over there. This woman almost died, down to 80 pounds at a full-term pregnancy. Oh my God.
coming to you guys for and on the camera is, once this all settles, because I know you said y'all wanted to build a community and you wanted to do things. Once it all settles, you're going to see why that shit turned out the way it turned out. You're going to see that people are only focused on themselves. You're going to see that there is not that many like-minded people. People say one thing and they do another. You're going to see people going to try to bring you down. That's why we're still together, because we've been trying to attract people to build a community, and we realize people don't even know what that is. And people aren't willing to face themselves. And we had to leave carbonation to truly understand what we were in, to be like, damn. But we can point the finger at what he did, because he did do some shit, but I don't take away that now I'm out here in this world and I got to figure it out. And am I going to go back to the life that I walked away from, or I'm going to choose freedom, take the knowledge that worked for me and then really live it and be it this time? Because when we was in carbonation, we would say one thing and do another. But when you out here in these streets,
Yeah, you would do one thing or say one thing and do another, because that's what your cult leader did. He didn't even live by his own supposed teaching. And Serenity, what streets are you talking about? You're not in these streets. What is she when you're out here in these streets? When you went to Hawaii?
that's when reality hits. That's when the truth actually meets you. And that's what I want to be here for you guys, to just say, hey, it's gonna get hard, but you got this. You went through that and you got this. That's
you know
what
I don't believe, guys, everybody in the comments, I'm listening and I'm reading something. I want everybody to know I'm not in the business of arguing. I'm not in the business of being correct. I tell people to follow their hearts. I tell people to tap into their purpose. I teach people to connect to source as a shaman. I connect people to their spirituality. I'm not in the business of arguing. A lot of what she said is very correct.
Couple of things, Solar. You're not a shaman. And yes, you are in the business of arguing over if you're God or not. Okay? And another thing. What is with everybody all of a sudden? Well, not all of a sudden. I noticed this is a spike in it over the last 5 years. This self-exalting everybody's a healer, a god, a this, a that. Now he's a shaman. I'll be damned. I never knew. And somebody said, Y'all know the streets mean Babylon. Exactly. And she believes she's in Babylon. I'm sure she does. I'm back in Babylon, y'all.
You know, I agree with pretty much everything she has said. We have different paths. We have the same source, the same ending. Everybody will meet at love. Checkmate. Love wins. That's not, to me, and what I'm going to build and what we're going to do. It's going to be very beautiful. You know, I can't wait to get that started. And it's funny you're saying that, because the thought that I had is like, yo, I want to just hurry up and like smack him with this lightning bolt real quick so we can get back to our life. I don't care about these numbers. Anybody who knows me knows I give less of a damn about numbers or people. I don't even reply to my text messages, guys. I'm sorry, because I reply to each text message.
Lies. Lies. And why is your voice getting like that all of a sudden? I don't give a damn about these numbers. Anyone that bullshit. Stop lying. That's why I hate when YouTubers like, you did it for clicks and views. Of course, you idiot. You think I just uploaded a video so you wouldn't watch it or like it? Now, I'm not going to be a fool and just, do any old stupid thing. But yes, that's kind of the point. Stop lying and you keep dragging out this baby story. There's a reason why you're doing it. You've done brought it up. We know something happened. Just finish it. That's why people feel like this, Solar, that you're doing this for the numbers or the money, because there's your Cash App pinned at the bottom as you start talking about this. Come on, people aren't stupid. Come on, stop acting like everybody around you is stupid. They're not. That right there, that mentality you have is from Nature Boy, because he treated everybody around him like he was the smartest person in the room. And that right there will be your downfall. So when you start thinking that you're the best, the brightest, the smartest, the wisest in the room, you got problems. When you think there's nothing else left to learn, you got a whole lot to learn.
Message from my heart. So I don't get to most of y'all, because if I click it, I have to reply from my heart. That's how I like to move. I like to do things like that. I don't care about these numbers. I don't even want these numbers. I don't want attention for that. I'm a part of the spiritual community. I teach real spirituality. I started teaching Chief things that he started taking. So I started to realize, you know what? Hold on. You guys are right. I don't even know who I am, because I haven't even started being who I am. I just now figured out that I was a channel myself. I didn't know I had a Pisces midhaven until years later. I didn't even know astrology until to the level I know it now. So like a year or two after you left, you put me on. Musa helped me work through it some more, and then now I'm like a fucking monster. I have Uranus, 8th house Aquarius, so it's.
I love what you just said, Mink Mob D. I feel like he's saying Nature Boy is not a god, but I am a god. Think you hit the nail on the head. It's like that's almost been his message since he started talking. Hey, Berta, haven't seen you in a while. I feel like that's been his message since he started talking. It's like he's wanting everybody to know he is, or believe that he is God. It's almost like he's walking in the footsteps of the very one he's denouncing now. Sound familiar? Thank you, everybody. Welcome, everybody in the room. Thank you, Rachel Gunn. Thank you. Berta, good to see you.
I just know this stuff. I have a couple aspects that maybe you understand, like Mercury opposition Jupiter, Sun opposition Jupiter, but in the placement of Gemini with a Sagittarius Jupiter. And then the Mercuries are retrograde and then Jupiter's retrograde. So this is beautiful. This is a beautiful flow here for this aspect. I see how things connect on a bigger scale. I'm more than ready to build the community. I'm more than ready to do something beautiful and in love and off of a love frequency. I want us to dismantle, and I like what you're doing, because Rambo was right. We do not. What do we think about the people who stayed there? What about the people who use their energy for that. Excuse myself, Ketzel. I don't mean to keep calling you that. Excuse myself. But you know, why? What about those people? I don't want us to have. I want anybody who's there to have like really no credibility. It is until you leave that you start being honest. It is until you leave till you say what happened to you. It is till you leave till you see what you allowed to happen to yourself. So let me say it like that and make everyone comfortable. This is what I allowed to happen to me. I let a man kill my daughter, even though there's things I didn't know about, even though there's things that I wasn't aware of that I was lied to about, even though there's secrets that came out to the surface later to where now I'm like, oh yeah, you don't know. You don't need to be in this out here at all. You're on the phone from jail trying to incite violence through people on the jail phone. Like, I'm not even worried about a court case. I'm not even worried about your well-being or any of that. All I know is what I went through being there. And I know that if I give details, I might as well go ahead and just, this is all that's offline work. If I want to do anything actually, to do something about this, it's not on the internet.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm doing this
Yeah.
Did y'all catch that? Did y'all hear that? I'm going to rewind it just a little bit. Hey, Vicky. Solar said it again. Nature Boy killed his. Let me rewind that. We need to hear this again.
There's things that I wasn't aware of that I was lying to. This till you leave, till you see what you allowed to happen to yourself. So let me say it like that and make everyone comfortable. This is what I allowed to happen to me. I let a man kill my daughter, even though there's things I didn't know about, even though there's things that I wasn't aware of that I was lied to about, even though there's secrets that
Okay. Pause right there. He keeps saying this. This is at least the third or fourth time I've heard him say this. I let a man kill my daughter. He killed my daughter. He keeps saying that's a very strong word. Let me not say that. He unalived my daughter. You got to be careful of your words on YouTube. Dang it. He unalived my daughter. And then he says, and then he tries to take away his accountability, his part in it, by saying, but there were secrets and things I didn't know about. What does that mean, Solar? Now, supposedly, Zoka was supposed to be your wife. What didn't you know about? Are you telling the truth? Or are you trying to distance yourself from that right there? I've got questions. We all do. Y'all let me know what you think. Let's hear the rest of it.
Came out to the surface later to where now I'm like, oh yeah, you don't know. You don't need to be in this out here at all. You're on the phone from jail trying to incite violence through people on the jail phone. Like, I'm not even worried about a court case. I'm not even worried about.
Now, what violence is Nature Boy trying to incite from jail? I think he's talking about Janae. Because, she's the one that filed the charges. She's the reason he's the reason he's in there, but y'all know what I mean. But he tried to incite violence from jail. And y'all know Nature Boy, he was running up those phone calls. Let me see what y'all are saying. Hey, Hookers. Hey, Auntie Miracle. Let's hear it again, the rest of it.
About your well-being or any of that. All I know is what I went through being there. And I know that if I give details, I might as well go ahead and just, this is all that's offline work. If I want to do anything actually, being there. And I know that if I'm on the jail phone, like, I'm not even worried about a court case. I'm not even worried about your well-being or any of that. All I know is what I went through being there. And I know that if I give details, I might as well go ahead and just, this is all that's offline work.
So he says if he gives details, he might as well, and then you see that he kind of stops himself from what he was really wanting to say, and then just goes, well, this is offline work. Okay, maybe it is. Hell, I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe this. Solar, I would encourage you to go to the authorities about this. If he unalived your child, this is serious. Maybe you don't need to talk about it online. I get that. What I don't like, however, is you act like you're going to, and then you start talking about, again, your Mercury, North Node, all that other stuff nobody cares about. It sounds like you've got some important things to say, but you're taking the long way home.
If I want to do anything actually, to do something about this, it's not on the internet.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's why we're not like too pressed.
Definitely for me.
Saying little details, because first of all, people's energy, right? They're hungry for to be the exposure, to be exposed, right? That's what they're really hungry for. So we don't go into the specifics about it, because at the end of the day, if we have an issue with him, we go to him directly. Like, there's no point of us mentioning it here, because there's nothing that they're gonna take.
Well, what the hell is Rambo talking about? If you got an issue with him, you go to him directly. No, you don't. He's in jail. And why would you have went to him in the last 2 years about anything? I know you've done a couple of live streams with him, but what are you talking about? What?
From that information that's gonna that they can use to better themselves. There's nothing that's good that's gonna come out of it, other than validating their own demonization of this person, which might be valid, but it's just that, like, we on some other shit. We on growth. We on spiritual development. Like, it's a different frequency. So when we talk, they don't get it. When we talk, it doesn't make sense to them. It feels like, well, why aren't you guys saying what you need to say? And it's not that we don't think that he's done shit in his life that was foul, that was.
Rambo, no, we get it. We're not stupid. Okay, we get exactly. It's what you're not saying, and it sounds like you're still protecting him. Stop acting like people are below you and you're on some spiritual shit and everybody else is just some stupid idiot. No, that's not the case. We know what's going on. We see what's going on. This ain't about spirituality anyway. Stop trying to use that for some lame ass excuse. This has nothing to do with spirituality.
Out of balance, that was out of harmony, that wasn't righteous. We do acknowledge that that's in his nature. Like, we know that that's a fact.
Y'all got no reason to really be talking about him anymore. Pretty much, y'all busy. Like, I'm trying to get. I was on the phone. I was there when y'all was on the phone with him. Like, I could hear it. Yeah. I was like, yo, they're busy, and you trying to hold, like, you're still trying to talk to them. Like, they're clearly trying to get off the phone. They're doing something. Like,
we were like, what do you want?
You called him.
He wasn't saying nothing.
You gotta go. I was on the. Why you calling? Yeah, I was on the other side. I'm like, yo, just stop. Like, yeah. I remember that. No, and you guys. I'm not gonna lie. You guys, we just gotta get like you guys. I'm really trying.
Exactly, Lady Shakira. Why tell social media if you're not going to tell the police? Because there's not really anything we can do. We can go over it, we can review it, we can talk about it, we can press it, but there is nothing we can do. This was your child, Solar, your child. Only you can take the steps to do what you need to do. And it ain't going to go away. You can go to another cult. You can go over there to Hawaii with Rambo and Serenity. This ain't going away. It's going to haunt you forever.
trying to get to that point, and I'm only going to speak on, like I said, what I allowed to happen for me.
Yeah.
And I don't care to do it. And I actually don't care to do it in the system. I care to do it publicly because the lies have been to the public, to the people, not to the government. They're figuring it out. We've been lying to the people. You know what I'm saying? I have to clear my name and I have to clear my slate. I have to talk about what I have to say it like this now. I have to talk about what I allowed to happen.
Yeah. No, real. That's real. Like, and I think
like you guys, I'm really trying to get to that point, and I'm only going to speak on, like I said, what I allowed to happen for me.
Yeah.
And I don't care to do it. And I actually don't care to do it in the system. I care to do it publicly because the lies have been to the public, to the people, not to the government. They're figuring it out. We've been lying.
So, he kind of talks in riddles here, but it sounds to me like he's saying that when he talks about the government, it kind of like Candace with the uppers, maybe he means the police. I don't know. He said that they've already figured it out. What have they figured out? And he also says he needs to clear his slate. To me, it sounds like he wants to tell his side, but maybe he's scared. I don't know. Maybe he will be held accountable too. Now, listen, I don't know if you can pin everything on Nature Boy. You all were grown. You went over there. You knew what you were getting yourself into. The government, the police, may hold you accountable and not Eligio. There's only so much blame shifting you can do here.
To the people. You know what I'm saying? I have to clear my name and I have to clear my slate. I have to talk about what I have to say it like this now. I have to talk about what I allowed to happen.
Yeah. No, real. That's real. Like, and I think a lot of times we come on here, we want.
I want y'all to peep Serenity's body language when he says that. Watch her. I'm going to rewind it 10 seconds. When he says that, her body language shifts. It's like, what? He's already in jail. You're going to put more charges on him? Just watch. Hold on.
Want to be like.
We've been lying to the people. You know what I'm saying? I have to clear my name and I have to clear my slate. I have to talk about what I have to say it like this now. I have to talk about what I allowed to happen.
Yeah. No, real. That's real. Like, and I think a lot of times.
Serenity looks concerned. Did anybody else see that? Serenity really looked concerned when he said that. No, not my man. Serenity was going back that she was scared of Velvet. That's exactly correct, Auntie Miracle. Serenity was ready to leave. I think she was ready to leave her son with Rambo and take off. She was ready to go straight back, and then Velvet said, I don't think so. I'm back, bitch. Here I am. That was a little while ago. Velvet's left and never went back this last time. But yeah, Serenity was ready to take herself right back over there. She would do these lives, and she would talk about, I think her mom even came on the live one time. But yeah, and we were all looking at Rambo like, dude, are you going to say anything? Are you going to put your foot down here? This is your family. But yeah, she would have went. Something stopped her. And I think it was Velvet. Yep.
We come on here, we want to be like teachers and stuff, but like, and just teach knowledge. But there's an aspect
live my life
to just be like transparent, just come from your heart, like to say like, look, this shit that you did, yes, I played a role in it, but I didn't like that. I didn't like that shit. Like that wasn't righteous. I don't think that was right. you know, like I think it is balance of like recognizing your part in it, but also holding others accountable. I just know for in this live and the people that are watching and what they're expecting, I don't want to feed that energy. But I do believe in the balance of holding others accountable as well as yourself. And I think that's righteous. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I came on here and I only felt love. I do know that the people are different, and that's kind of like, guys, like I kind of ignore y'all comments. I kind of ignore y'all's energy because I vibrate on love. If I come into a space and you guys are thinking I'm gonna do anything combative or anything like that, that's not.
Oh, whatever. If we tell you you ain't God, you're going to argue with us and pull out your lightning bolt and lightsaber and start getting combative with. Just don't tell him he ain't God. Yeah, whatever.
Not me. That was me trying to be nature boy. If you ever see me do that, I'm not like that, guys. I'm not like that at all. Like my not self theme is frustration and anger. Like I'm at peace like all the time. Like it's all love here. I only want a love vibration to be here. At the end of the day, these people have done nothing but help me. Rambo, you done brought me so much Chinese food. I know you done had some extra shit when you was out, but
you know that.
I know you did.
I'm sure you figured that one out when you became the Go Out crew.
Heck yeah, I became Go Out.
Well, I was the heaviest I ever been at why Rambo the only one that's putting on weight?
Right, Rambo big. What's going on over here? I seen you working out. That's another thing. That's another thing. I used to teach to not work out. Definitely, guys, please hit the gym. I'm in the gym right
now. Okay, whatever. From there, it goes nowhere. He shows us that he's in the gym. I left. I couldn't handle it. I was done. That's all I could take of that right there. And then Janae goes live. And I was kind of a little shocked to hear what Janae had to say. She was not feeling the live that they had just had together. I don't know if she kept it up or not. Let me look. Y'all give me just a second. I want to see what Janae had to say. Nope, she didn't leave it up. So hopefully somebody recorded the whole thing because I would like to watch it in its entirety because she wasn't feeling all that talk that they were having over there. What if I was missing teeth, Zoka? I would have bust Netflix. Who's Netflix? Nature Boy? Yeah, I couldn't believe that. Was that yesterday before that that his teachings are being used on Netflix, BBC, whatever dumb crap that was. Janae was mad that Serenity changed her tone when Solar joined. He had no idea the terrible things. Oh, really? Sandy Samuels. See, I had missed a good portion of the beginning of that live. And I asked in the beginning of my live was because people in the comments were getting on to Serenity about laughing when he was talking about his child. Solar's live again. Okay, hold on. Exactly, Auntie Miracle. A lot of babies unalived there. Hold on. Is he live on Instagram? Oh, and speaking of children and all that, there was a live that Janae did where she kind of alludes to the fact that her stomach was hurting and everybody started with the bottles and you're probably pregnant and blah blah blah. So okay, thank you, Tracy. Hold on, let me go look. Yep, there he be. All right, let me share my screen.
You might see a moments where I'm like serious and mad because this is a conflicting energy. This is a conflicting thing that I'm dealing with. When it comes to this, to Chief, when it comes to the case, when it comes to my daughter, like I just did. Y'all like the pineapple? I did the pineapple myself today. Cool. Yeah, I just did the live with Serenity and Rambo. I don't know if you've seen that, but I was on the live with Serenity and Rambo right now. We was talking about. I went in there because I was told that they were talking about my daughter, and I didn't know. You know me, my name is Love, so I went in the room to address it. Maybe
Oh, hell far.
You know, I'm like, hold on, like, what the fuck going on here? Like y'all don't even know what's going on. I was going around. I also realized, like, hold on. My name is Love. I have to do something different than what he's always done.
What?
So you know what I did? I listened to her. I let her make her point, and then I proceeded to make my point. And then we all agreed. And then we're all on the same page, and it's all good. And we're all cool now. And there's no enemies. There's no hostility needed. I want to show people that everybody can achieve the same thing with the worst of their enemies. You know, if you could say that Chief would be my worst enemy at this point, a lot of people would make him like, can't go greetings, y'all. Chief would make him like my nemesis. Like if I was Scorpion, he'd be Sub-Zero.
Oh God, here we go.
Do that. And that's just not the case, guys. The truth is just the truth. Unfortunately, it's a shitty truth because he's been a shady person and we've been shady. We've been shady people, and there's a lot of sinister things going on. That it's like, oh, here I am. I'm about to tell on you. Here comes the truth. I'm going to tell on you. It's not that vibe at all.
Then what is it?
That's not the vibe at all, guys. The truth is just the truth. We told you guys that we were spiritual beings. We told
hell.
you this. We told you X, Y, and Z. We lied to y'all faces.
Oh
y'all
my
said,
God.
we know like this is crazy. This is that. We called y'all crazy. You know, y'all said we lost the track. We said no, you guys are lost the track. So it's so funny how out of touch of love that we were the whole time being there. And I just noticed that now that I'm not there.
No, I don't know how much of this I can take, y'all.
Show it from my journey is the contrast in the journey. Contrast from what I'm doing, what I'm experiencing, what the universe is showing me on my own, versus what he has been teaching me and what he's been showing. I actually, the now is all correct. Huh? Sí, pero ahora no. Vendo. ¿Qué? Vendo. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, suavemente, man, suavemente, mi primo.
Okay. ¿Tú trabajando aquí? Sí. Okay. Yo está aquí. I'll type it.
What happened, y'all? Does anybody speak Spanish?
Sol, ¿qué es tu nombre? Miguel. Uriel. Mucho gusto. Ángel Uriel. Arre.
Tell me better suavemente, you know what I'm saying?
No. Mente, my nigga. I miss Mente. I love Mente. What I always just saying was that, look, guys,
they want him out of the gym.
It's really like all love. But I've been
all right, love.
True said, why don't you teach classes on this? Why are you doing 2-hour seminars on this? If you got this new knowledge, I'm like,
thank you, Tracy. Natasha, I'm falling asleep. I am too at this point. Yes, that's Spanglish. The reason why it would be
so foreign to maybe them is because we've been lying to ourselves.
Oh my God.
That's just what it is. Like, I wish I could still get
all right.
That's my fault.
Okay.
That's about all of that shit I can take.
Can make it seem nicer, but I'm just sorry. It's not that way. It's not cool.
All right. We get it. We get it. Your love. You got a lightning bolt, a lightsaber. Get it, got it good. All right. Not much was said again tonight, y'all. It's the same old bull crap. I don't know if he will tell his story on social media or not. What I would prefer for him to do is take it to law enforcement, because that would be his best bet, especially right at this point where they're really looking at Nature Boy Eligio Bishop the way they're looking at him. Fade to Black Stinson. Hold on. What was that? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Solar just said he's not telling on Nature Boy. Oh, okay. Well, he might not have a choice in that. He might not have a choice in that at all. So we'll see. I hope he takes it to the proper authorities, does what he needs to do. If he's really about his daughter and wants justice for his daughter, then he'll do what he's supposed to do. If not, that's on him. But thank you, everybody that came out tonight. I'm going to end it a little early tonight. It's my son's birthday, and he's been out with his friends. I'm going to spend some time with him watching a movie. So thank you all that came in. Hit the like. I love you, Stinson, sweetheart. We are riding this, and I am here, sis. Hey, Sandra. I haven't seen you in a while. It's so good. And Berta. It's so good to see y'all in here. The soup, he knows if he says too much, he's going. That's what I said earlier. Yes, yes. Yeah, he talks too much. There's, like I said, there's only so much blaming Nature Boy that he can do. This is on you. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Tiffany. I will let him know. I appreciate it. Vicky. Thank you, Auntie Miracle. Karina, I appreciate your content. I just cringe when name call like boy or stupid. Solar, wait, hold on. Is obviously trying to heal. He's young. Learning. Yeah, I know. I can't make everybody happy. These are just my thoughts. I want Solar to grow up and do what's best for him. When I see him, I get it. But anyway, y'all, have a wonderful night, and I'll see y'all probably tomorrow. Thank you, lady. Shakira, I don't want to mess up your name. All right, y'all. Good night.